You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. This call is from
Terrell Wilkins.
an inmate at a federal prison. This call is being recorded and is subject to monitoring. Hang up to decline the call or to accept. Dial 5 now.
This is the Red Media Group here with the author and artist, Detroit's own Mr. Terrell Wilkins. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good. How about you?
We're doing good over here, It is an honor to be interviewing you on our platform.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you interviewing me.
So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this interview. Give us an introduction about yourself. Tell us who you are.
Terrell Wallstreet Wilkins, a.k.a. Fish Scale Rail. Detroit, Michigan, born and raised from the west side. 4204 Beechwood, Number Street area to be exact.
All right, Mr. Fish Scale. So I guess that means back in the day you had that good fish scale, huh?
That's neither here nor there. I ain't for that.
All right now, buttery. Heard about that, yeah. So I seen quite a few lick the plate off of that when it was ready. But so what inspired you to become an author?
Really, what inspired me to become an author was just me trying to find a way to do my time and find something productive to do with my time and stay relevant at the same time, and then transition from being in the music business and find me a new lane to pursue when I get out instead of being in music. That's really what did it.
So you kind of like fell in line on that with the whole writing?
Yeah, because being an artist, I was always a writer, so I just found a different lane to apply that talent in. You know what I mean?
Okay. So how many books have you written so far?
So far, I've wrote 4, 2 published, 1 on the way at the end of this year, and the other one I think I'm gonna turn it to a screenplay. So that's how that's going.
Okay. What distinguishes you from other authors?
What distinguishes me from other authors is, for one, my position. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of other authors that's incarcerated, but I don't know what their team is like, but my team is pretty much me and myself, and I'm getting it done. And then the authenticity, like everything you hear from me is real. I know the youngest got a saying, "No cap," but I'm gonna give it to you straight up how it is, no cap.
All right, okay. So tell us about your hometown and what led you to becoming Wall Street.
Well, I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and if you hip to Detroit, it's been one of the most violent cities in America for the last 20 years, or maybe all my life, you know what I mean? So I'm sure Detroit on the map, Cartier capital, but what led me to being Wall Street was, it was really my rap name, but I lived up to it in the streets. But that's not for here and there.
Okay, because when we hear the name Wall Street, we think of big faces, big money, stocks, and would you say you led that type of lifestyle with the stocks and things like that?
No, it wasn't with stocks and shit, but Jay-Z had a line like the coke prices up and down like it's Wall Street. So
all right, line them up and down, huh? All right, now. I got it. So if you hadn't become incarcerated, what you think you would have been doing by now? What you think your life would have been like?
I think I'd still be involved in music in some form of fashion. I probably would have been transitioned from being an artist, because that was maybe what I was doing before I came in and started my own label. And I had put out a documentary, a DVD, Paper Chasers TV back in '08. So I probably would have been moved into film or something like that. And of course, real estate. I know everybody say real estate, but I kind of like fixing up houses and stuff like that. So I'd have been in that. And right now, I'm also starting a trucking transportation company, so I'm sure I would have been involved in that in some type of way too.
Detroit went bankrupt at one time, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay,
so we bounced back now. We back on the map.
I know a lot of scamming up there. It's easy to bounce back. The drugging things kind of played out. That's what I heard. I'm not sure, but moving right along. Who's your favorite author and why?
Favorite author from really what I like to read, true crime. I would have to say my favorite author is Seth Ferranti. You don't know who I meant when I said Seth, because he write about our culture and stuff that I can relate to. About gangsters. But if you just go off overall authors, my favorite author is Harlan Coben because I like his books because they're real suspenseful and they leave you wondering what's going on to the last minute. And I read plenty Harlan Coben books in the shoe, so that's my favorite author.
So would you say those are the true crimes are the original gangster novels versus the hood novels that people typically do?
No, I say true. You say what I say that true crime novels are the original gangster novels or the hood novels? Clarify that for me.
The original gangster, in the original gangster novels, we believe that it's beyond hood. Hood is just like the local, state to state doing the things. The original gangsters is they're just like, doing big things, big weight. You rarely hear those kind of stories. Kind of like your book of the Dirty Glove Diaries, correct?
Exactly. And me for myself, I prefer reading real shit than those fake hood novels because they be kind of far-fetched sometimes, and so I'd rather tell dude's real story. And this day and age, I was come up and taught not to take pictures and don't tell your story, but it's the information age. Anybody can tell your story now, so why not get money off your own story? And that's what I think I need to get across to a lot of the older OGs, especially the ones already doing crime and sentenced for their time. Capitalize off your own story instead of somebody else doing it, because somebody can easily research.
This call is from a federal prison.
Research it through public records and do a book on you, and you don't benefit from it none. You know what I mean? So why not do it yourself?
Right.
That's what a lot of motherfuckers is into reading, as opposed to that fake shit. Because I don't even read those hood books no more. They should just be too far-fetched.
Correct. I absolutely agree with that. So how did you transform from the Dirty Glove Diary to My Fair Vacation?
I mean, it's really kind of a serious, really, if I really want to break it down, because to understand me, you got to understand Detroit. So the Dirty Glove Diaries is a story of Detroit. And my book that I'm going to publish at the end of the year is the Wall Street story, which is my life leading up to me coming to prison. But by me being in prison, and, I ain't really nobody, so I figured my fair vacation of what's been going on while I've been in prison probably would be more important, or not important, but be more interesting than my life before, because, who am I? I'm an ordinary joke, but, the Wall Street story going to be interesting too, but I felt it to be better for me to put out My Fair Vacation first and then take it back, like how Power doing. You got the Power story, then it go back to Canaan. So you got My Fair Vacation, which is me now, then it's going to go to the Wall Street story, which is what led me to being in prison.
Okay. Reading your book, would you say that being in the feds has its rehabilitation?
It depends on the person, because in the feds you're around all type of people. Like, it's crazy that you said that. I don't know if you know who the dude Martin Shkreli is, but he was a dude that was on American Greed. And I've been around several dudes that have been on American Greed, so it's all type of knowledge and game in here if you want to get it and rehabilitate yourself. But if you want to be on nonsense, you can be on that too. I spent years on nonsense until I finally got my mind right and said, let me learn something and utilize my time the right way, instead of just coming in here and being stuck and broken and just going back out without learning that. So it's really on the person, but I don't think the prison system is providing no really good rehabilitation. Not at all.
Okay. My Fair Vacation. What's the most common question people ask you about that book?
Is all that shit real?
Is all of it real? Well, what is the answer to the question?
Was you really doing that?
So what's the answer to that question?
Of course it's all real. You heard me say no cap. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm telling my story. Can't nobody else get in trouble for nothing I said, and I ain't put nobody out there that I wasn't supposed to put out there. I stuck to the code with the book, so it is what it is.
It is what it is. So, what are your planned career goals upon release?
Well, like I say, I'm in the writing screenplays now, so I'm definitely going to transition from being an author to, writing screenplays and hopefully producing my own movies. And like I said, I got my trucking company and transportation company that I'm in the process of forming now, so I plan on doing a little bit of that, podcasting. I want to dibble and dabble in a little bit of everything. I just don't want to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. So I'm going to take it step by step.
From a drug dealer to a author, what would you say your financial goal is financially?
Financially, I mean, at this point in my life, I don't really have a set number or a lifestyle I want to live because I know I can easily get sidetracked and get back in the street. So I just want to be comfortable. You know what I mean? Starting off and being comfortable. And, you know, everybody's ideal of financial security is different. So I don't really know because they say, like, the economy has went up and everything is sky high now. So I don't really know what it's going to be like when I get there. But I'm just prepared to make my money, stack my money, and stay out the way.
Being a father, and we definitely support incarcerated fathers, and try to show love on that side, and just let the men, our soldiers behind the wall, know that even if family is not there, there are people out there that's there and care, and you guys are not forgotten. How does your children feel about your situation, about your book? What are their views overall on their dad?
I mean, my children love me very much. I mean, I have a very great relationship with my kids, despite the fact that I've been gone out their lives for so much. But I've, broke my back, done shit I ain't had no business doing to here. You know what I mean? To try to help provide.
This call is from a federal prison.
Show them I love them, and I got pretty much good kids. My daughter on her way to college just graduated. My son going to the 12th grade, so they're pretty normal kids, and they love their father, and they know their father loves them. I'm fortunate when it comes to that aspect of my relationship with my kids.
That is great. That is great. In closing, is there any advice that you would like to give your readers? Any advice that you would like to give up and coming authors? Something may say, hey, I want to write a great book like you. I want to follow in your footsteps. What can you tell me? What do you have for people like that?
To up and coming authors, all I always say was follow your dream and follow your passion. Because when I first started, I went about it the wrong way and not even saying it the wrong way, but I went about it the wrong way of trying to shop my book to other publishing houses, and they turned me down, but I didn't get discouraged. I just built Great Lakes State Publishing, my own company, and put my own book out. So if you feel like that's what you want to do, follow your dream. Don't let nobody compromise your art. You know what I mean? Tell your story the way you want to tell it, because don't let nobody dictate how you tell your story. That's what I would have for upcoming authors. And for my readers, I'll be honest, I say be on the lookout for the Wall Street story. It's coming soon.
All right. So if anybody want to get in contact with you, how can they reach you?
You can reach me on Instagram at my_fed_vacation. On Facebook at Terrell Wallstreet Wilkins. On Twitter at myfedvacation. And on Snapchat at FishScaleRizzy.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Fishscale, Mr. Terrell Wilkins. We appreciate you on our platform. And we definitely enjoyed this interview, and we wish you all the best with your book and your new projects coming up. And make sure when you touch down 10 toes on the other side, get at us so we can do another interview with you.
For sure. Shout out to DMG Publishing too, and thank y'all for having me.
Thank you.